Hello, my name is Anna, and I am stepping aside to channel the quantum architects and the quantum architects of Atlantis, who bring the most relevant frequency to us Earthlings here today. And we are here to bring through messages on quantum manifestation and how to easily and effortlessly understand and apply it to our life and to our spiritual practices. When we are using quantum manifestation, we are reclaiming our multidimensional self. The quantum realm is a pool of infinite potential and infinite opportunity. All that exists rises from this quantum realm and subsides back into it at the end of its life. Not your soul, because consciousness rises from a realm higher than the quantum, earlier and more primordial than the quantum. But the quantum exists for our consciousness to be able to project itself into time and space and into physicality. So there is an aspect of yourself within the quantum or through the quantum that is projecting itself into infinite timelines, realities, and possibilities. And sometimes this is seen as different universes and that there are different versions of you, anywhere from little to huge changes and differences between each. But these are all different timelines that your soul is simultaneously creating and expressing through. And every part of yourself is conscious, even though you may only be aware of the fragment or the fractal that you are. And even as the fractal, you remain the power, the potency of the whole. You are able to collapse timelines that your soul is exploring that you know are not in your highest good, that you are not aligned with, that you are not interested in. And you can coalesce higher dimensional timelines, align with higher dimensional timelines, and experience and live them. Consciousness is wanting to explore and experience itself. Source has created all of creation to know itself, to experience everything that could possibly exist. And your soul, your oversoul, as a fractal of that source consciousness, is on the same pursuit, the same journey to know and understand itself. Your life has been a journey and a process of refining what you like and what you are versus what you don't like and what you aren't. And in this process, we are collapsing lower vibrational timelines. Because in most cases, unless we are particularly sadistic, we are aligning to the higher vibrational timelines, the higher dimensional timelines, the happier, the more abundant timelines. And so our soul is neutral. It is curious. It is curious of lack. It is curious of fear. It is curious of doubt and separation. And so it creates it. It lives it, experiences it. And through that lived experience, your soul finds out that you are not at all interested in that. And that's okay. Because while your soul and your oversoul might be neutral and curious, your human self is not quite so neutral. Not the same. We have the biases of our lived experiences that guide us towards higher vibrational timelines. And that's why we are here. That's why we are incarnate, to quote unquote figure out the things that our higher dimensional aspects are too neutral to determine themselves, right? And so there is power in being a human. There is power in being incarnate. It is not always about being lesser than another or needing to improve or grow to be valuable enough. You have value as your human incarnation. You have infinite value beyond what you could ever realize. If there was no value in your human incarnation, you would not be here. You simply would not be here. You are not wasting your time. You are not living out karma. You are not stuck here. You are not trapped. You are immensely valuable, and you are learning and you are creating realities actively. And so with quantum manifestation, we are reclaiming the fact that we are in some way, on some level, in the quantum realm, or projecting ourselves through the quantum realm through infinite potential. And then we realize that every single potential, good or bad, exists. And we have the power to decide what we want to experience, what version of ourself that we would like to explore. Because the truth is, in all of our lessons, in all of our experiences, in all of our personalities, our identities, our beliefs, we are experiencing ourselves. We are learning who we are in this situation, in that situation. We are learning who we are when we are in this lifestyle or that lifestyle. We learn more about ourselves in every situation, good or bad, that we find ourselves thrown into, that we are creating in a higher realm. And so your quantum self, your highest self, is curious. Your highest self is not forceful. It is not forcing realities. It is not forcing the highest timeline. It is curious to what is the highest timeline. What does that look like for our soul? Because it is different to each. And so in order to align with quantum manifestation and your highest self, your quantum self, you must approach creation with curiosity and not force. It is not about wielding immense power and forcing timelines to collapse, forcing timelines to align. It is not about force. It is about your soul's curiosity. And your hopes, your wants, your wishes, your dreams are just that. They are your soul's curiosity. You might know lack too damn well, and your soul is curious about abundance. It is curious about how it feels, what you would do with it, what kind of person you would be in the frequency of abundance. Your soul is curious, and so your soul wants it. It wants to call it in. It wants to magnetize it. It wants to experience it. And you are the living vessel of that experience. Your hopes, your wants, your wishes are your mission. They are your assignment. It is what your soul is here to learn. And this is true across all expressions, all projections, all incarnations that your soul is simultaneously experiencing. And you can find luck and gratitude in the hopes and wants and wishes that you have in this lifetime, knowing that they are what you are here to experience. And so when you approach it from this angle of curiosity, that your soul is curious about abundance, that it wants to learn through itself, about itself, through abundance, then you can just breathe. You can just relax. You're not here to become worthy of your wants, your hopes, your wishes. You are simply here to experience them, to collect that data. And I know that can sound very sterile, or maybe take the joy out of the idea, but it's not sterile. It's not here to take the joy out of the idea. It's here to take the pressure off your shoulders. Because like any archaeologist who is digging up ancient treasures and buildings and whatever it might be, they are not digging up dinosaur bones to prove that they are worthy of digging up dinosaur bones. They are digging up bones and relics to learn, to remember, to regain, to reclaim our history, to reclaim our knowledge. And so you are not here to prove that you are worthy of digging up bones, to prove that you are worthy of being abundant. You are here to do it. You are here to be abundant. And so you can take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just let the baggage of feeling like you need to do something lift off of your shoulders. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, nothing that you need to become. You simply allow yourself to be. There are infinite versions of you experiencing infinite realities, and you are the version of yourself here to live out your unique dreams, hopes, and wishes. It's not something you have to do, it's something that you are. It's what your soul is here to experience. And there are distortions that come with projecting ourselves into the physical reality that make it feel so complicated. But they are benchmarks and breadcrumbs that are leading us back to this inevitable truth of who we are. Because in the contrast of everything that we don't want, everything that we don't like, what we do want, what we do like is the shining jewel that we follow. In a realm of forgetfulness, in a realm of darkness, it is the shining light, the shining jewel that calls us forward to our inevitable destiny. And so when you are using quantum manifestation to call in your highest timeline, which your highest timeline truly is infinite, and you are still in the process of refining it and realizing what it is, and it can change. If your wants change, if your hopes change, if you live out one thing and decide you want to experience something else, it is dynamic and ever evolving, because you and your soul, your energy is dynamic and ever evolving. And so when you come to this quantum perspective of placing yourself in the quantum realm, and you see that out of this primordial ooze that everything is projecting itself out of into physicality, there are infinite timelines and realities ahead of you of every single infinite potential. And you can choose the timelines and the energies that you are aligning to and with. You set the intention that you are aligning to that reality, that you are calling it in for your highest good. That is sort of like a catch-all in the spiritual realms to ensure that what you are calling in is for your highest good. Because in certain timelines, you get what you want, but there are consequences, or there are things that you lose in the process of getting it. So we choose what timeline we are aligning, and we always use the catch-all of for the highest good. It is more than just a simple statement. It is ensuring that we are not suffering or losing in order to gain something. That we are aligning with what it is we truly want, and understanding that divine timing and divine manifestation and vibrational match is all a factor in that. And that we allow it to be easy. We allow it to be good. We allow it to be happy, rather than attaining what we want by losing everything else, by pushing everyone away, by losing the rest of our life, the rest of our interests, just to focus on this one thing. Instead, we want it to be in the highest good of ourselves, of our family, of all. And so we align with this timeline, and we state it with our spoken word to be true. And we believe it to be true. And there are collaborators in this level of creation. Any being who is in your life, your partner, your parents, a friend, a child, they are all conscious and quantum collaborators of these higher lessons, of these dreams and these goals and these aspirations coming true. And so we can multidimensionally and quantumly work with these different timeline aspects of the collaborators, the soul collaborators in our life. We can collaborate with a version of our parents who are more healed to teach us lessons. We can collaborate with a version of our partners that will get us where we need to go as far as learning lessons and healing and receiving love and whatever it is. And there are limitations to this, because it is not a form of controlling others. It is a form of working with your multidimensional self and understanding that you are not only multidimensional, but every being that you are in contract with is multidimensional. Just in the same way, everyone who is physically a part of your life is also spiritually a part of your life. Their highest self, 10 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, is your spirit guide. Your spiritual self, your highest self, 9 out of 10 times is one of their spirit guides. And so you are simply accessing the multidimensional nature of yourself and of all beings, all places, all creations. You can access the multidimensional nature of a park, of a space, of an event. You can call in the highest timeline for yourself, for others, for a venue, for an event, for the world. And you do this by accessing and reclaiming the multidimensional quantum perspective. And so this is where we invite you to join us in practicing this practice now. And you can close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And we welcome you to give a few audible sighs on your exhale to help clear, release, and move energy out of your body, out of your field, out of your soul that has been brought to the surface during this message to be released. Being triggered by certain messages is a good thing. We don't often see being triggered as a good thing, but it is those energies coming to the surface to be released. So if you were in any way triggered, if your doubt was triggered, if your fear was triggered, your lack was triggered, audible exhale, release it now. Below the base of your feet, there is a stack of colored flames. Blue on the top, violet in the middle, and the white light of source, the white flame of source at the bottom. The blue flame representing the clearing of cords and lower vibrations, protection. The violet flame is one of transmutation, raising of lower frequencies to higher frequencies, lower timelines to higher timelines. And then we bring in the white flame of source to clear and connect all. And this stack of flames is beneath the base of your feet. And on your next inhale, begin to allow it to rise up through your feet, through your legs, over your knees, and allow it to slowly rise up and through your body to return to the base of your feet and pass through again as many times as necessary, as many times as you'd like. To clear your field, allowing these flame frequencies to clear and reset your field as they pass through you. Continuing to use audible sighs as needed to release. And you might find with each pass through that the flames find something else to clear. Allowing the consciousness of these flame energies to clear you and to then surround you as a sphere of light, a sphere of this flame around you and your home, around your energy field. As you begin to visualize, imagine, feel, or sense, or intend that you are in the quantum realm, that you are in the perspective of your quantum self, you might feel everything, you might feel nothing. Both are okay. And from this quantum realm, begin to see, feel, or sense, or intend that infinite realities are ahead of you, almost like books on a shelf. And that any of these timelines are a book that you can open up and read, that your soul can live and experience. And there is nothing that you need to seek. You do not need to seek out the highest timeline. From this quantum space, you simply state your intention, what you want to experience. State it now. And with this statement, allow that aligned timeline to bring itself front and center, to reveal itself to you now. See, feel, or sense the energy or the light of it ahead of you. Reach out your hand to touch the light of this timeline. And allow your consciousness that you have projected here into your quantum self to now project into the light of this timeline. Feel yourself enveloped in the light of this reality, the light of this creation. And state to yourself that this is true, that you have aligned successfully to this reality, that this is the timeline, the reality that you are choosing for your highest good. Reminding yourself that you have the right to be here. To all aspects of your consciousness, your mind, your doubts that might feel like you're not worthy to experience this, you're not capable of experiencing this. Speak to those parts of yourselves and say, this part of me already exists. And you know this, logically you know this. Infinite timelines, infinite realities are simultaneously existing. You already exist. A version of you already exists. This already exists. You don't have to do anything. You do not have to create anything. You do not have to be worthy of it. It already exists. A version of you is already living this timeline. And you have the right to experience it. Sometimes we have weird thoughts like we are stealing the life of another. It's all you. It's all you. You cannot steal from yourself. And bringing your attention back to your physical body, keeping the light of this timeline as a sphere of light around you. Imagine that you are growing roots down deep into the earth, the core of the earth, the fire and the heat at the center. And set the intention that you are releasing any and all energy that does not align with this highest timeline that you have chosen and created. That you are releasing any and all energy stuck, stagnant, or attached, unaligned with this new frequency, this new vibration, this new reality. Release it all out of your body, out of your soul, out of your reality, down your roots now. Allow that heaviness to pass through you and out of you. Out through your root and earth star chakras, through your roots into the earth, cleared by the fire and the heat at the core. Allow the heaviness, the density from your old timeline that you are shedding to be released. Feel the weight of it, the tension of it, the grip of it, let go. And as you allow the density of the old self, the old timeline to purge, to clear, to release, the light and the lightness, the high vibration of this timeline that you are now aligned to and calling in, stepping into, here and now, is filling the spaces where that heaviness and that density once was. You are aligning yourself to the vibration and the frequency of this timeline. It is showing you what vibration, what frequency it resides in. And it is showing you what parts of yourself are not a vibrational match, so that you can release them from your field now. Doubts, fears, lack, limitation that cannot come with you. Allowing them to clear out through your central column, down and out through your roots, into the transmutational fires of Center Earth. Allowing the gravity of all of you, that all of what you have released, to pull any parts of you that are this energy, that identify with this energy. Allow the gravity of what you have released to pull these parts out of you, away from you, and down into the earth. Seeing or feeling as these dense and heavy aspects of you descend into the earth, cleared by the transmutational heat of Mother Earth, the fires at her core. And feel a sense of lightness in your body and your being that maybe wasn't there before. And we will remind any part of you that is fearful that you are not losing yourself by releasing. By releasing other aspects of you, other energies of you, other versions of you, you are not losing yourself. You are infinite. And our physical expression, our physical self, our physical perspective is more finite than our infinite whole self. And so at times we must filter what aspects of our multidimensionality we are wanting to contain within our physical vessel, within our personal soul, our personal incarnation, our personal and lived experience. feeling the truth of this practice, feeling that your statements today are real, are true, are felt and heard by Source, the universe, and all creation, your highest self, your quantum self. These statements are heard, received, reflected, and true. And you allow them to be your lived experience, your life from this moment forward. And as doubt or fear or lack pops up or arises, you surrender it. You release it back to Source. Because there are timelines where you believe that lack, where you allow it to guide you. But I know you have chosen a reality where that is not true. And you know that this reality where your lack does not exist is true. You know that this reality, this highest timeline exists. And so you must simply choose it over and over and over again. With every second, with every fiber of your being, choosing this light, choosing this love, choosing this high vibrational, high dimensional level of self-remembrance and activation and reclamation of your divine nature. When thoughts of fear or lack pop up, they are invitations to engage with other timelines. They are not threats. They are not reflections of lack or negativity. They are opportunities. And we have the ability, the right to reject them, to decline them. Your soul is saying, are you interested in experiencing lack? If you are, I have this thought pattern that could help you experience that. And you simply say, no. Thank you, but no, I'm not interested. You collapse the timeline, you collapse the potential, and you refocus, realign, reaffirm the highest timeline. And it's not that you are being tested. It is that you are being reminded to constantly choose with every fiber of your being, every thought, every emotion, every experience. You are being reminded to choose this highest timeline. And eventually it will become inherent. Those opportunities of lack and doubt will not even show themselves anymore because your soul needs no reminder. You are living in the vibrational truth of the reality that you have chosen today. It is true. Allow it to be true. Deep breath in through the nose. Audible sigh through the mouth. Sealing it in. Sealing in this light through your roots down into the earth, through every cell and atom of your being, all of your energy, all of your soul, casting this light out through all of your reality. Sealing in this new truth. And by sealing it in, we do not create limitation, we release limitation. We release the need for it. And we rely on Source and truth and love and our infinite nature instead. And you can bring your hands to prayer or to your heart, maybe to your third eye. As you breathe this energy into your heart, exhale it from your heart as it expands out through your body and your reality. And you can stay in this energy as long as you'd like, or you can open your eyes and come back now. We love you and we hope that this message and this practice served you well. We say our goodbyes here, but we are always there for you if you call upon us or if you need us. We are always helping beyond the veil. I love you. I hope this practice served you well. I'll see you in this realm or the next. Much love and namaste.